Welcome to video number 2 of the PMT tool. Now what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about all of our tips that are behind me. I've got 3 sets back there, almost a whole 3 sets. Sorry about the cats in the video. Almost a whole 3 sets. We've got 3 different hardnesses or firmnesses in our tips. So your use of our tool is made versatile really by our tips. So all of our different options to use on lots of different types of muscle, whether those muscles are chronically tight or they're looser, fleshier muscles, whether you're a bodybuilder and your muscles are very dense and you need harder tips or a softer tip. It depends on how you want to use the muscle and work the muscle with the jigsaw tool. Alright, what I've got on there right now, and I don't have to go over every single tip, just our basics, I'll just go with the softest set. I have 4 of them in our softest sets right now. So this one here has the flat textured end. That color is kind of hard to see in the video. I'll show you the medium hardness, which is blue. The softest will be green. So we got green, blue, and then our hardest should be black. As I'm making this video, we're not totally decided on all the colors, but your medium firmness should be blue. Your softest should be green. So because it's easier to see, I'll just show you the medium. This is a triangular head. Talk about specifically how to use those. This is the pointy head. Hopefully you can see that. It's a little difficult. And then we've got the thumb, which is about the width of my finger, really. So the smaller heads you want to use on smaller muscles, or if you're trying to get between muscles and move muscles or go down the center of a muscle. If you're a therapist, you should be very familiar with the structure of a muscle, so using the smaller tips really is more to your advantage because you should know how to use them. So using the pointy head or even the triangular head or the thumb, you're trying to push down the center of a muscle. Let me use the blue one again. You can go down a center of a muscle especially that has a center seam or a fibrous tendon next to it, where you're trying to move that muscle over or go down the center of that muscle, go through seams of muscle, and hopefully you can kind of see how you can push a muscle over. With the triangular head, what you're able to do is use that edge. You can use that edge flat, push a muscle over with that flat edge, and you can go down the center of a muscle again with the straight edge. So pushing muscles over, going down the center of the muscles, moving one muscle layer off of another muscle layer is really how you use the smaller tips. Now the thumb is really great on your hands and feet. It's small enough where you're working with muscles that have a lot of tendinous structures to them. They're shorter muscles. So the thumb is great for the hands and feet, but you can use it anywhere, and especially this in the softest, the thumb in the softest is really great around your neck and closer to bony areas. Again, the softest tip, which should be green in the future. The larger tips, so the flat textured head and the ball, great for larger muscles, so going through the glutes and your legs, your upper thighs, so the hamstrings, your quads, your glutes. Getting around with the softer ball, you can get around the larger muscles of your back and shoulders that also have a lot of bones around them, your ribs, your scapula, where you're not trying to hit into a lot of bone, but you want to be soft enough to work around a lot of bone and tendon. But those muscles can be big and strong, especially the bigger you are. Again, bodybuilders that really lift and have larger muscles, the ball is great. But if you're just not prepared to use the smaller tips, the ball and the flat textured head, the tip is great. You're gonna love them all. There's a purpose for them all. Again, the larger heads used for larger, fleshier muscles or just more dense muscle, and the smaller heads used for smaller, shorter muscles. Hold on, I've got a cat getting into something. So, but play around with all of them. Hopefully you start off with the soft kit, and then you can work your way up as you learn how to work around your muscles. You're not trying to hurt anything. You're trying to treat all of your muscles appropriately. Okay? Alright, those are our 5 tips, and you can get them in 3 different harnesses. Watch video number 1 for the safety with tightening your screws to make sure you're working with a safe product. So that's all up to you. Make sure everything is in good working order, nothing is dry and cracked, and you'll be able to use your machine for a really long time and really enjoy it. And keep massaging those muscles. Watch our videos so you're well versed in how to use it. And if you have any questions, please leave those comments so we can answer anything. I'm the massage therapist, so I should know your muscles well enough to answer any of those questions. And our 2 engineers, Brian and Ryan, they can answer more of your technical questions. Alright, stay tuned and up to date.